Hello, everyone, again, and thanks for joining me again. Well, I mean, depends if you're new here. Welcome. If you're not, then thanks for coming. Like again, thanks for being back here with me, where I take on this like real ass journey of being authentic and finding out what authenticity means to me. Now, today's episode is like semi unscripted as shit. I just wrote it down. I just finished writing the last word just now on a piece of paper because I was like, I mean, I didn't really want it to be scripted, but I kind of wanted a little something just to keep me on track because like I said, I'd be running my mouth. But today's episode is on a part of my journey that I am actually on right now. Like last week and then the week before that. Like I seem to be going through it as I'm recording the episodes, and I'm trying to keep myself committed to doing the episodes because it is like my journal. This is my real life. This is how it's going for me so far. This is where my brain is taking me on this journey. And even though I haven't actually talked to too many people, seeing the process that I am now going through and then seeing like how the planets are lining up and then how tarot is treating me lately, I'm just like, wow. I mean, I know I'm on the right track, so it's ain't nothing but a thing, but it's just really weird that I feel like I haven't put any of this stuff into practice, which is probably why another reason why I was being so hard on myself last week and the week before. Something that also just kind of popped up today for me was the need to um be compassionate with myself. Over the past couple of days, again, I was crying. This is why I tell people I be crying a lot. I cry like 2 or 3 times a week. That's normal to me. I feel like people should cry that much, maybe more. And if I'm being real with you, I stop myself from crying like 50% of the time I cry because I'm like, stop crying, bro. What are you crying for? I'm always crying. I'm crying because I feel a lot. I'm crying because I'm happy. I'm crying because I'm not happy. Damn, I'm crying because I'm confused. I just cry. My bad. Well, not really. Not really my bad. It's your bad. I feel sorry for you because you can't feel your feelings. Everybody need to cry. But I was crying about like how I woke up, was it Tuesday? I don't know, I think it was Tuesday. And I was so out of it. I felt like I was just big time dissociating. So because I've dealt with that feeling quite a few times before, I didn't necessarily have all of the tools to like get myself out of it. So what I would do is I would just distract myself with other things. And then I found myself doing that, but I was like, no, I don't want to just distract myself. I want to get to the nitty gritty of this. I want to get to the why. I always feel my feelings, or at least I try to. I try to work through them and I try to give them a reason why. Well, let's just say this time I wasn't supposed to give it a reason why. I was just supposed to acknowledge it, validate it, feel it, become like become present. It feels like I'm not saying it right. Um, but become just be in the present moment. Just focus on the presence of what's here and what's now. And so I did that slowly but surely. Within the next 3 or 4 hours, I started to feel a lot better. Cried a little bit here and there, and then I was like, I do feel quite a bit better. Got up and actually did some stuff. And even though I was still kind of like, I don't know, I still kind of felt like I was out of my body. It was easier for me to come back to a mental stasis where I was feeling more in control and more aware of that control, which led me into this whole thing of why did I make myself feel like that and blah blah blah. I just started beating myself up. Then yesterday I woke up just a little bit the same, but not completely the same. And then I had to do a quick reminder of how proud of myself I was because I decided to figure out what those feelings were. I decided to stop and really sit there and be like, you know what? This may just be one of those things where I'm just feeling shit. So let me do something else. And then I started working towards something that I've been working on for a while. So I ended up bringing myself into this state of, okay, what do I need to do next? Now, I'm not going to pretend and sit here and like I did all of the work, because I didn't. I most definitely asked Google and a whole bunch of other AI things, because I just find it interesting how helpful it's been for me so far. But I decided to ask, like, instead of being snatched into like this constant hamster wheel of thinking about things that happened in the past and thinking about how I couldn't do this and why I acted like this and why I was feeling like that and all of that other crap, I decided to ask ChatGPT, instead of wasting my time, what else can I do? And essentially it was like, well, you could focus on something you've been wanting to focus on. And it gave me options, and I was just like, you know what? Yeah. Knowing damn well I got books for the stuff that I be working on. Like, I got books sitting in here for me to read and for me to go back to and reference to, and I don't be doing that. So I was like, you know what? You're right. You need to shut up and you need to sit your ass down and you need to go read a book. Read a book, and read a book in silence. Don't read a book on your phone. Read a book in silence, no background noise. Just listen to them damn planes and all them birds outside your door and just chill. So that's what I did. I smoked. I took out my book. I read. I wrote some stuff. I drew. I drew and I colored, and I was like, you know what? Yeah. We just listened to planes, me and my cat. And I was like, yeah, this is the life. This is what I was supposed to be doing, not crying about some shit I can't control. Or not crying about some shit that ain't got nothing to do with me now. So I had to really come to Jesus. I had a come to Jesus meeting, and I had to really settle myself down and be like, look, it's all right. You're feeling this. That's cool. But don't let one monkey don't stop the show. Don't let that stop what you're really working towards. And within that, I had to give myself room to be kind to myself, which, if you're a chronic overthinker, if you suffer from imposter syndrome, if you suffer from perfectionism, you're never kind to yourself. You're kind to everyone else but yourself. You're kind to every random stranger, every animal, every Tom, Dick, and Harry, every Sarah Ann, and Kelly, all down the street, all up and down the block, in every province, and in every state, in every city, in every district, but you're never kind to yourself. Stop that, first of all. Stop that. Be nice to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be friendly to yourself. Be in love with yourself. Stop that. Love yourself. Don't hate yourself. Don't do that. The universe don't hate you. Okay? Love yourself. And I had to sit there. Sorry. I had to sit there and go back to and talk to myself and say, oh my God, you really do need to be kinder to yourself, because that's a part of what keeps getting your ass in trouble, when you sit here and just be like, oh my God, I'm not good enough for this. I'm not good enough for that. Nothing that I want. Like, that's terrible. Like, don't put that stuff out into the ether, because that's what you're going to get. So I asked, I was like, what can you do? What can you do? You figure out what self-compassion is. That's what you do. So that's what I did. I went ahead and did what I always do. So the definition of self-compassion, and the role that it plays on being authentic and being vulnerable, is you got to be nice to yourself, because if you're not nice to yourself, people most definitely not going to be nice to you. And even if you are nice to yourself, you still going to have people try you. It's okay though, because you going to always be nice to yourself. You don't need nobody else to be nice to you. Remember that. But anyway, so self-compassion, it's different from self-esteem, and it's definitely different from self-pity. There are three main components that go into self-compassion, being compassionate with yourself. First of all, you kind of have to look at it the way you would like a friend. And even though I say that, it's still hard for me to do, because I'm like, but I'm not my friend. But in reality, like, I shouldn't be telling myself that shit either. I am my friend. I am my friend. I'm my friend when I don't have friends. So like, there. But self-kindness, common humanity, and mindfulness. Those are the three main components that go into being compassionate with yourself. Three main components of self-compassion, if you will. The three main big cheeses, the big three that go into being kind and compassionate to yourself, to being compassionate to yourself and having your humanity, common humanity at that, because some people, and then just mindfulness, being present. What did I say earlier when I was having that issue about dissociating with my body? I was completely out of there. I was like, I was playing The Sims. I was playing The Sims and I was playing the video game. I knew I was the one that was playing the game, but I was also the one in the game. And it was the I don't like even explaining it because I don't like the way it makes my body feel as a whole. Like it's weird. I don't like it. But anyway, back to what I was saying. You have to be mindful. You have to be present in what you're doing to ground yourself in that feeling of you being safe inside of your body and you knowing that it's okay to mess up. It's okay to look a little crazy. It's okay to look a little out of sorts, because I don't even like using the word dumb, but that's my biggest fear. Because I've always had people challenge my intelligence, which I think kind of sucks, because I think they just assume that my personality is one way. So they expect my intelligence to go that way. And then I'm just like, I just want you to know that I could hurt your feelings 4 ways from Sunday, and it won't even take me a lot. And that's just because I am quite intelligent. That's because I do speak very well. It's just sometimes I don't speak in the way that societal norms say I should speak. So you do with that what you will. Whatever that means to you, you probably right. But self-compassion is treating yourself with that kindness and understanding, and then giving yourself that support. Giving yourself that push to say, hey, you know what? You may have looked a little dumb to that person, but the problem is that that person doesn't recognize or realize that everybody is learning something. And it ain't shit that you can't teach me. I hope that came out in proper English, even though I know I didn't say it right. Like, I can learn anything, basically. I know that I can learn damn near anything. You can teach me anything, almost anything. Math might be a little difficult, but I'm getting there. I'm using an app. It's called Elevate, and it do have some math problems on there, and I'm just like, Jesus. Anyway, but you have to give yourself that support. You have to look at yourself and say, hey, dog, it's all right. You'll do better next time. It's cool. Like, also look at this mistake as a lesson. You ain't get all A's on every single one of your quizzes, every single one of your tests. You didn't get all A's every time. Hell, you might have even dropped out of high school. You're not dumb though, babe. You're not dumb at all. And whoever told you that shit is afraid of your intelligence. That's why. They're afraid of your intelligence. And now you know. The more you know. So, I mean, you're the one that has to do that for yourself, because people really will be out here trying to tear you down, trying to copycat you, trying to make you feel like you're less than, only to turn around and say, oh, yeah, I guess they cool. Bitch, I'm better than cool. I'm ice cold. All right. I should not have sugar before I do these things. I should probably meditate before I do these things to keep me calm. Nah, it's not my personality. I'm just kidding. So, well, that is my you know what I mean? So you have to be supportive of yourself. You have to be kind to yourself. You have to be understanding that you are where you are because of who you are. And that does not make you less than anyone else. And it should never make you less than anyone else. It should never make you question your individuality. It should never make you question your intelligence. It should never make you question your kindness or your integrity. It should never make you question your commitment. Nobody else on outside of you should ever make you question that. And here, that may be another, because validation, like outside validation, is also something that I'm just, especially being a people pleaser, I'm just like, please tell me that I did well. Like, please tell me that I'm not the weakest link, and that I didn't cause you trouble, and that I'm not being a burden. Please, somebody just tell me that I did it and it's perfect and it's great, and that I don't need to be, like, it doesn't need to be fixed. Because the moment that you do open up criticism against me, I'm just like, damn, I'm a fuck up. It's not like I can't take criticism, because I can. I'll just berate myself later on when nobody's watching. So I'll be in my room crying about how dumb I am, when in reality, it wasn't even like that. Because not everybody is perfect all the time. I mean, honestly, not everybody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. And it may look perfect on the outside, but believe me, it's some flaws in there. And that's just because we're human beings. So self-compassion, treating yourself with kindness, understanding, and support. Treating yourself, oneself, you, babe. I mean, yes, you can treat everybody else with compassion because that's what we're here for. We're here to be kind to one another. We're here to be compassionate and understanding and supportive of one another. But self-compassion got to come from only you. That's got to come from you, and you got to do all the work that you can to make sure that the compassion that you have for yourself is honest, that it's real, and that it's rooted in who you are, which goes back to you being mindful of yourself, mindful of your body, safe in your body. Self-compassion can have such a huge impact on mental health because it'll help reduce your anxiety and your depression and increase emotional resilience and increase emotional well-being, because it'll help you recognize, like, when there is no kindness in the world, when it looks like there's no kindness in the world, you know that you are that kindness. When it looks like there's no compassion in the world, you know that you are that compassion. We see the world through the lens that we have, and that's us. That's why self-love is also so important. And that's why when you do start to love yourself, you recognize how many people's just be wanting to be in your vicinity because they recognize light. And people love light. Love is light. You feel me? So overcoming those barriers to self-compassion and addressing those common obstacles when practicing self-compassion, it can mean overcoming like the societal pressures of the fear of laziness and deep-seated beliefs about your worthiness. So I kind of also touched on those things. Well, one of those things, because sometimes you're compassionate to yourself. Like today, I say partially because I didn't really want to do this episode, but I was like, nah, go ahead and do it because it's still in your mind. But I was compassionate to myself because I was like, you know what? The past couple of days, you've been pushing yourself mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. You need to relax, and you need to balance that with a little bit more practicality. You need to take care of your body today. So wear comfortable clothes. Wear something that you feel like if at any moment in time I needed to bust out in a stretch, that's what I'm going to do. And that's what I did. Because I was like, I'm hurting a little bit. I'm going to just go ahead and stretch. So thankfully, I was wearing something. I was like, cool, I'm going to bust down in a stretch real quick, just stretch for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to get back to drawing. Now I'm sitting over here drawing some stuff that I started on Monday or Tuesday, and I'm just like, this is cool. This is all right. Got hungry, got up and fed myself. I did not wait until my stomach was hurting. So I was like, giving myself a bedtime. Some of these things, giving myself a cutoff time when I answer texts and stuff like that too. I need to start doing that for myself because I forget. And doing stuff like that sometimes can make people be like, oh my God, they're just being lazy today. You've been lounging around in sweatpants and a t-shirt all day, doing nothing but drawing and stretching and drinking water. And bitch, I feel good. You being compassionate, that's you being compassionate to yourself. That's me. Why did I say you? Like I'm not the one doing it. Like that's me being compassionate to myself because I'm sitting here like, yo, you've been going ham a little bit. Like you need to practice that with a little bit of rest. You need to not deep dive so deep into your emotions today. Just don't be so caught up in your spiritual advancement and your spiritual expansion and your spiritual growth or your mental growth and your inner, like just relax today. So yesterday I did the practical portion of that. I learned something new and something that I'm developing a skill that I've been reading into lately. It's something that I've always wanted to do. So but yesterday I did a little bit of that practical stuff. Today we're gonna do something else practical. We're also gonna take it cool on my body because my brain don't feel like working that hard today. So that's kind of what's going on, is I'm just drawing and chilling. And I woke up at 7:37 something today. So there's another thing. I'm not sleeping until, because to me 9 is late. 9 is late. Your girl is unemployed, and I don't like being unemployed, obviously. But I'm working on things that feel good to me right now. So that's what I'm focusing on. I'm not focusing on anything that's going to stress me out. I'll focus on it for like 10 minutes, and then I'll be like, okay, I need to do something else. So while people are out working their 9 to 5s, I'm in here working the spiritual 9 to 5 because I'm tired. But neither here nor there. I feel like me being compassionate in that way to myself has kind of helped me recognize, like, okay, I just because it may look lazy to somebody else, they don't know what the hell you've been doing. Don't nobody know what I've been doing but me. Well, I mean, y'all might know now because I said something, but don't nobody know but me. And I shouldn't have to make it seem like I am not worthy of doing that because I don't have a job. I shouldn't That shouldn't make me feel like I'm not worthy because, you know, I'm not I don't have thousands of followers. So I have to constantly look like I'm doing something. Sorry, turmeric tea for some reason right now kind of coming back up. Keep burping. But what was I saying? Worthiness. I shouldn't be questioning my worthiness based off of that. Based off of what I can or cannot do because of what society says I should be doing. That ain't got shit to do with me, because it ain't doing nothing but stressing me out, and I want to do the opposite of that. So being kind to yourself, being understanding to yourself, giving myself that level of support like I would a friend. Like even today, I feel like I did something stupid and I was like, oh my God, this person is gonna look at you like you are dumb as fuck. And then I was like, you know what? Remember that everybody is learning something, and you definitely know something that they don't know. I bet you. Because if you look at my Google history and my ChatGPT history, even just my Instagram and my Pinterest, I be all out there asking questions. Just asking questions. If I'm curious about it, I'll go find the answer. That's who I've been. That's who I've always been. That's who I'll always be. Knowledge and expansion are my big things. So it's just like feeling stupid because of a little incident is not going to be the definition of who I am. It's not going to be the definition of my life. And I'm definitely damn sure not going to let it define my day. So I was like, let me shut up. Let me stop worrying about what I look like to somebody else. And let me get my ass on this podcast. So let me make this episode. And here's the episode. Damn near unscripted as hell and wild and wacky. I'm pretty sure I was screaming into the mic just then, but here we are. I just want this to be a reflection of what it is I am going through. It's my weekly update on how this journey is going. And let me tell you something. I feel like I'm behind, but I know that I am right where I should be because I'm learning this shit. And if the universe ain't got no sense of humor, if that's not funny to you, man, you funny. But it's like, as I'm going through this in real life, I keep thinking, oh my God, I haven't been doing that and I haven't been doing that. Why am I failing so hard at this? I'm just like, no, 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 no. You really are right where you should be. Because right now we are focused on myself. We're focused on my compassion. We're focused on how to be kinder to myself, because if I can't really be kind to myself, I can't really truly be kind to other people. And I mean that in all, not just people that I know as people that I care about, people that I want to be friends with, people that I am friends with, people that I want to date, people that I want to work with, people that I want to collaborate with, people that I admire. Can I really be compassionate if I'm not compassionate to myself? Strangers even, like, oh no, that's what I was saying. Not just the people that I like, but strangers. Like, can I really be confident to myself, like to somebody else, like a stranger, if I cannot confident and compassionate, if I can't be I can't be compassionate to myself. Jesus. But to go through these things in real life and to know that that is a part of being vulnerable, which is a part of being authentic. Like, you got to be compassionate with people. You got to be kind, understanding, patient, supportive. Those things are important to being a real person, to being a real human, the common humanity thing, to being an actual human being, to being the human being who knows that racism is wrong, that rape is wrong, that war is wrong. Common humanity. So be kind to yourself, friends. And like, honestly, with that, I think I'm I'm all talked out now. I'm about to go and read some more tarot cards, draw some more, about to go smoke again and go hang outside with my cat. I'm gonna do fun stuff today. So I'm gonna leave you with a few like affirmations that I looked up on ChatGPT. I was hella specific when I put these things in too, and I swear to you, these things sound like things I would tell myself. So I picked the perfect ones because this ain't for nobody else but me. The first affirmation I have, and I would love if you all joined in with me, is I may have days where I feel like a potato. Did I spell potato right? Oh, I think I spelled potato. I may have days where I feel like a potato, but even potatoes can become fries, delicious and full of potential. Aha, and everybody loves fries. I ain't never met a person that didn't like fries. Don't trust them if they don't like fries. The second affirmation is, I am not a mistake. I am a delightful plot twist in this unpredictable story called life. That is for all my book talk girlies. I love y'all. Or, I mean, y'all ain't gotta just be girls. That's for all my book talk people if you read books. You know what I mean? And then the third one, which is my personal favorite affirmation, because this is exactly my personality. For anybody who knows me personally, they know that this is probably what I've been described as. But the affirmation is, I am not everyone's cup of tea, but I am definitely a refreshing glass of sparkling water, bubbly and full of surprises. And I just absolutely love those. So let me know which one was your favorite. You know, comment, share with some people that you think might feel this, especially if they don't like cursing, because I do have the mouth of a dirty sailor. And just let me know what you thought about this one. Do we like shorter episodes? I feel like I even like shorter episodes. So I'm gonna say yeah. Now, people out there, you go and you give yourself permission to be gloriously imperfect. Goodbye. Well, not goodbye because it's not forever. I will see you next week, probably with one of these half-assed written weird ones because they feel better for me. But I love you all. Bye. Thanks for coming to see me again.